Hey y'all, I wanted to bring some awareness to the fact that if we felt like life has been hard in the last year, don't expect it to be getting any easier anytime soon. So I work part-time for a business in one of the most affected industries from the pandemic. And many people took leave and early out options, and then some got furloughed. So if you think getting a job was hard before, just think about all of the small businesses that have permanently closed. They say 60% of small businesses are closed now for good. So think about that in terms of jobs. 2.9 million and more have been lost. So if you thought that competition for an okay paying job was high before, we have not saw the true impact. Not only is competition going to get even higher, but the impact of inflation is going to create more times of uncertainty. People are going to see the amount of money they have decrease in value, as well as an increase in everyday living costs. So in the last 16 months, the Fed has printed more than 22% of all the dollars ever printed. So let me say that again. The Fed has created more than 22% of the entire dollar in circulation here in the last 16 months. And by the way, the Fed creates money out of nothing. And these funds are backed by debt. So not only do you have to work for something the Fed is just printing, but soon it's going to be worth less. So now we have higher competition for lower paying jobs. So now more than ever, it's crucial to see what position you're going to be in the rest of 2020 and what the future is going to look like for you and your family. It's going to be harder making ends meet and even harder to get ahead. Now, the problem is that no one is talking about it. No one is helping people like you and I understand what it takes to protect yourself and create wealth for your family. And some of you might not even be thinking this is possible or that this has even been on your radar. So as I mentioned, I work part-time for one of the largest companies in the aviation industry, which has saw one of the largest hits in the last year, along with small businesses, hospitality, tourism, restaurants, beauty, salons. Everyone has been impacted. It's been ugly, and it still is. So look at what's also happening in real estate. Look at what happened last year to people's 401ks, 30% losses on average. And look at what has been happening in the stock market. There's so much variation. You tell me, is anything secure right now? I mean, how much longer now do you have to work before you can get back to where you were at before? So the average 401k balance in the United States is between $100,000 to $150,000. So after tax, how much is that really? That's really not even a year's worth of retirement. So now, do you know what industry has been impacted the least? The financial services industry. So not only have I been blessed to be part of an industry that has been least affected and also working in an industry that has been most affected, I have had experience from both angles. Now, I've been building in the trenches a business from the ground up in the middle of a pandemic while hanging out with my first grader who's really less worried about learning to write than anything that has to do with electronics. It's really been by no means easy. And this is a sensitive industry because you're helping others understand where they're at and what's possible for them, even during these hard times. So we can change the course of people's financial trajectories in the matter of just an hour. And this can really educate and change people's lives. Now, it's really been an honor helping families during times like these keep more of their income, pay less in tax, and secure their future wealth. So you're probably thinking, well, that's great, Thompson, but that doesn't really help me. So here's your opportunity to explore this with me. Maybe you need help understanding what we can actually do to help you and how you can benefit. Or maybe you're thinking, hey, I want to make an impact on my life and in others. How can I do that too? So I've got you covered. If you spend an hour with me, I will change the financial game for you. So if no one is teaching you, no one is teaching your children, and that's the biggest problem. It's not the wealth transfer, but the transfer of knowledge to the next generation. So if any of this information hits home for you, I would like you to educate yourself further on how to protect your families, so please feel free to speak up. I will be happy to spend time with you helping you understand your next move in your financial future. You know, what I have learned is 1, everything happens at the right time, and 2, Each action you take today creates tomorrow. So you must create your life. You cannot be a victim of it. I do want to, of course, thank you for watching and spending time with me. It really takes just one person in your corner to change your life. I see potential in you. The question is, do you see potential in yourself?